Alright, I'm going to do a new crayfish fly here. Been looking at some Google images, and I'm thinking there's maybe a better way to do a crayfish fly. And yeah, I'm gonna go with extra large bead chain on a size 6 hook, and I'm gonna put it right there. Might do a weed guard on this, but I don't think I'm gonna dub through the eyes. So we'll see when we get there. And actually, I think this is a size 4 here. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to grab a little bit of 16-pound mono. We're just going to tie that in like that most of the way up to the eyes. I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, right about there should be good. Next step, I'm going to, what am I going to do? I'm going to cut up some squirrel tail and throw it in the blender. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm going to do a little average size dubbing loop here. And I'll pack this up. Some of this dubbing. Spin this up, pull some of this extra out. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to make the head of the fly. I'm extend the head back beyond the shank here, because on these images of crayfish that I see, you got a pretty large head sticking out with the claws coming out more or less behind the head. So we're just going to do a little thing here and see if we can replicate that. Backtrack here for a second. Really going to build that up pretty big. didn't go as smooth as I thought it would, but it worked. Alright. I'm going to brush this out just to get a look at what it's doing here. Okay. And I'm going to cut this a couple millimeters beyond just so it doesn't start to unravel. Alright. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this squirrel tail. And I'm going to give him some short little claws. So noticing these crayfish, their claws are not that huge. Tie it in right on the side there. Grab one more. Okay, and you can tell these guys are getting kind of crazy here, so I'm going to do the little post wrap thing. Okay. That looks pretty good to me. Trim this up. And I'm going to add some cement to these claws down in the area where I posted them. Okay. Now I'm going to do another dubbing loop. Whoa. Whoa. Trouble. Okay. And what I already wish that I had done is put some little antenna coming out the front there, but another time. Alright, I'm going to start to spin this up. We're going to make this section here a lot thinner. Leave the front pretty bushy. Try and get the effect of some legs up in there. Okay. Now this is definitely coming out more like a bass fly than a carp fly. I have to do this on a little bit more micro scale in the future. What I'm going to do, what am I going to do? I'm going to tie this off right there, right at the end of my loop. I think. Let me look at this first though. Yeah, it looks fine. Ow. Could definitely have some eyes out here in the front too. Alright, clean that up, and I'm going to put a 16-pound test weed guard on this guy. So tie it in just like that with that sort of orientation with the bend. Wrap it back a few times, readjust. Use our finger to wrap this underneath the bottom, up the other side, and then kind of help bend it nice and tightly around the bottom of the hook there. Give it a few more wraps. We will kind of readjust, and then we'll pull these forward, and we're going to let it fly. I'll give us lift on the weed guard. And I'm pretty happy with that. So now I'm going to add some cement here before I bring my thread back forward and whip finish. Just a little bit. Okay. Couple wraps will get us back to the front. And I'm going to pull these back. I'm going to take a look, and I'm going to cut it a couple millimeters behind the point. I'll respread these. The best weed guards spread out. You know, not extreme, but I got probably at least a centimeter of spread, if not a little more. 1.5 centimeters of spread. That looks good to me. So I'm going to add a little more cement, and then I'm going to cut my thread. Flip this guy over, cement the other side. Now I'm going to trim it up. Now while I'm on this fly, I did a little beadhead caddis the other day, which was quite similar with the little tail extension. Just some 16-pound mono coming out the back, wrap the dubbing back. I actually left an inch-long piece of the loop empty, so I wrapped back and then came forward. But it's just an idea if you need to extend bodies on any of your flies. So we'll take a look at this guy. I'm not real sure what I need to do with him. Oh no, I think he looks pretty good. See if I can get you guys a view. There it is.